Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Pikmin². I'm really enjoying this so far. This is a lot of fun. I'm kind of digging it. Impact Site. We're returning here for reasons that we spoke about last time. I'm pretty excited to do this. Now, I don't know what's going to be here on this day. I know it alternates from day to day, so we do need to make sure. Is this Gulix or Mamuda Day? It's a Mamuda Day. Okay. Easy to deal with. Not a problem. Let's just take some red Pikmin here, and we'll deal with them. So the Mamuda, for anyone who doesn't know, I assume people watching this are probably Pikmin people as well, so you probably don't need me to explain. But the Mamuda is a peaceful creature. Supposedly it's supposed to have some kind of connection to the Smoky Prog, believe it or not, from the previous episode. But what he does is he buries Pikmin with his big old slap attack. He's the slapper. He's the slapper in the game. Every game has to have a slapper, and this is this game's slapper. So, interestingly enough, the Mamuda is completely harmless in terms of actually killing Pikmin, and they are noted to be very peaceful creatures who just like gardening. And so if they smack a Pikmin that is a leaf, or anything other than a flowered type Pikmin, it will turn them into flowered type Pikmin. So, especially in the later games, you're able to use the Mamuda as a way to sort of get your Pikmin completely flowered up very quickly, very easily. And I will be right back as we're going to return here on the next day now. Oh, look at that. I always forget that Bulby, their dog, looks nothing like an actual Bulborb, and makes no sense as to why he named them Bulborbs. Interesting stuff, though. Interesting stuff. Alright, welcome back to the Impact Site. Today is going to be slightly different. Slightly more dangerous foe than the Mamuda on this day, and that is the Gulix. So the Gulix is an interesting creature, comprised entirely out of water. It's like a membrane kind of creature. Like a cell organism type thing. Can only fight it with blue Pikmin. It will drown regular Pikmin. Probably uses Pikmin2's drowning effect, to be honest with you, because it also has a drowning effect built in. And I always get confused on how to fight this guy, but I'm pretty sure you can do that, right? It weighs it down, and then as this thing stretches, you do a little... well, I'm messing it up here. Ah! He does damage to you as well. You can see we do very minimal damage to the Gulix. I can't hit him very well. I'm not very good at aiming this. There we go. That's where you get the damage in. I think the further the nut is away, yeah, it does more damage. So if I... oh, well, they killed it on their own before I was able to do... oh, it drops the nut as well. Why? That is interesting. I kind of like that. I don't know what... it's not... it's obviously, it's not a nut. I don't know what it is, though. I guess that's like the brain of the Gulix. I'm not really sure. I am curious to know, because obviously this is the first and only time a Gulix has ever dropped one of these. How many Pikmin did you appoint this thing? I am going to do this real quick. We go from 447 whoa, to 477. So what is that worth? That's 30 Pikmin? That's pretty good. That is definitely definitely gives you a reason to come back here, actually. I don't remember how much this gives you because I don't ever fight the Gulix. I'll be real with you. This goes from 477 to... okay, that's also worth 50. So, realistically, the Gulix gives you 60 Pikmin. Technically speaking, more than a Pearly Clamp. That's very interesting to me. I'm actually very glad I went out of my way to do this, because That is very interesting. To my knowledge, and again, I don't fight the Gulix very often, so someone can correct me, but yeah, the Gulix doesn't drop 2 objects normally. That's something they added in here. Nice. Nice. Alright. And yeah, nothing's changed here, obviously. I do like that they added the graph into this game as well. I never mentioned that before, but the UI is very well done in this game, other than that flag in the bottom. I don't like that red flag. That red flag does not look good, in my opinion. Well, since we've done all that, let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, yep, Mamuda was not considered a boss, as I predicted. It's also a good diagram there. Okay, that's funny dialogue. I know I haven't really been reading all of these, but I do still want to showcase them all. Within the transparent gel that envelops this organism are 2 nuclei that appear to make it up its actual torso, and most likely its entire nerve center. The nuclei look like they're hard, but I believe that there must be some way to crack them. Indeed there is. So that's cool. Yeah, all that's left really is the final boss. And I guess we'll do that in this episode. This might end up being a bit of a longer episode, to be honest. I think people will be okay with that though, because I'm pretty sure most of us want to move on to the new content by this point. Don't get me wrong, it's very exciting to see the game from the perspective of the second game's engine, and I've enjoyed this experience quite a bit, and I'll probably replay this at some point. Again, I've said this before, but it's not really a thing I do with ROM hacks, is replay them. But yeah, this definitely compares interestingly, to the previous to Pikmin 1 vanilla, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm struggling with my words right now, but it is very interesting, right? So this has been, so far, pretty neat, pretty enjoyable, and hopefully we don't have too much trouble with it moving forward. I honestly do not know if this is going to cause much difficulty, because the final boss also has to be pretty customized as well, like completely redone. For those who don't know, the final boss of this game, I mean, I don't know why I'm hiding it like it's a spoiler, it's really not. Emperor Bulblax, the final boss of Pikmin 1, is in Pikmin 2. So you would think that, oh please don't fall off. You would think that there aren't really any issues porting him over to this game, but they are very, very different. Because in Pikmin the second, Emperor Bulblax is not the final boss, and therefore he is significantly nerfed. He's not really an issue. It's not all that difficult to fight him in the second game. But obviously we want him to be the final boss here. Which means that, yeah, he's gonna have to be significantly rebuffed back to his previous state. And I don't know, obviously there aren't bomb rocks, traditionally speaking, in Pikmin 2. I know there are technically bomb rocks in Pikmin 2. But, not having the traditional bomb rocks, I don't know how they went ahead and did this time around. It's gonna be very interesting for sure. Very interesting indeed. So there's not much to talk about when doing the final trial. I guess we can do this. Yeah, look at that. That is neat. Oh, it's so nice. It's so pretty. Look at the forest in the background. I love it. I really do. I know I've been gushing about it this whole time. I'm a sucker for good aesthetics. If you don't know, from me playing Pikmin 2.16 at this point, yeah, aesthetics, they go a long way. And they can make your game feel very different, even if it's not very different at all. I think 2.16 really did prove that. So that's nice as well. That is nice. Okay. Let us go. We don't need these guys anymore. Their job is done. Now, typically you don't need an entire day cycle to beat Emperor Bullblacks. Most of the time you're going to have leftover time, but I mean, let's be real honest here. I have no idea what's going to occur. I don't know how difficult they made this. Maybe they amped it up even more so than Pikmin 1's Bullblacks. I really do not know. I don't think they would do that, though, because it seemed like they were trying to go for a very authentic Pikmin 1 experience. You know, we've changed a lot of enemies and AI to make them amped up to be more boss-like than they are in Pikmin 2. So, I don't know. I really do not know what to expect here. All I know is that you can do this, and I think this is super awesome. Look at that. Big old red ball of fire in the sky. Just kidding, that's Captain Olimar, of course. And I really love that forest backdrop texture. I think it's used in the vanilla Pikmin 1 game, but obviously you never get to see it, really. And even if you did, you didn't get to see it to the full extent that you could here, so this is definitely a game that benefits from being able to zoom in like this, for sure. It's just so cool. Look at them go. Look at my boys building that bridge, bridging that build, building that bridge, bridging that build, building a bridge, bridging the gap. Bing bing bong. Oh, they're all done. Nice. There you are. Okay. I was about to say. There he is. His eye stalks do not poke out of the ground like they do in Pikmin 2, so it's interesting. I do wonder if this is like a completely, like, did they completely build him from the ground up, or did they use Pikmin 2's as a base? I am genuinely curious. Again, I don't know a whole lot about the project in terms of it being, you know, how it was developed and everything. I did follow it to an extent, but again, not like super crazy followed it. I would see development screenshots and stuff like that from time to time, but I think also Pikhacker was pretty good at keeping the game on the down low and not spoiling too much as well, which I appreciate personally. Alright, here goes. Alright. There he is. Let us begin. And now you guys get to learn how I fight the Emperor Bullblacks. Well, I mean, it's not like this is the first time I've ever done it on the channel, but yeah, I'm not exactly merciful with my Pikmin. What the heck? Why does that always happen? The freaking joystick just goes to the bottom. We did, like, no damage because of that. That feels like something to do with this game, because I have not had that issue ever before. Now, if it is not an issue with the game, then by all means, my bad, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. This is the first and only time I've ever had that happen, so I'll have to play with this controller more to see exactly what's going on with that. Man, he holds that tongue out for a long time, doesn't he? Alright. Now we're doing some DPS here. Yeah, that was a whole third of his health bar. I like that. I like that. So yeah, obviously you can do this without losing Pikmin. That is a lot harder to do, though, I'm gonna be honest with you. So we do this because it's a lot easier to do. Oh my god! He didn't shake him off! He just... Okay, that behavior is a little bit different. He didn't shake the Pikmin off. He just did a grand slam. A big grand slam-a-jamma. That's fine. We lost a good, healthy number of Pikmin to that. Almost 20. But, you know what? That's fine. It's not like we're using those anyways. We're literally sacrificing them, so... That is fine. I wonder if he'll do that again, because that means my Pikmin are going to get a lot of DPS off. Yeah. Oh, actually, we're just going to kill him before he can even do it. Let's watch the death animation, because I'm sure they spent a long time on that as well. Glorious. Alright. Oh, here it is. The secret safe. And that is it, guys. We just beat Pikmin 216. Let's go ahead and we'll set off the fireworks here. There it is. That's the fireworks. Celebratory, of course. Yeah, lost a lot of Pikmin to him. Can't say that that's typical for my playthroughs, but you know what? Again, it's completely fine. His behavior was a little bit different. I kind of expected that, to be completely honest. I did not expect him to be one-for-one the Emperor Bulblax from Pikmin 1. Again, that's just not... I don't know. To be fair, though, I mean, Pickhacker and his team have been very detail-oriented with recreating the game here, so... I kind of did expect him to just work exactly as intended before. And who knows, maybe that was an intentional change, but it just seems a little weird. Oh, and made a little cha-ching sound. Do you hear that? I also want to point out that this sequence of carrying the piggy bank back was a lot faster than in the original, and I appreciate that. It doesn't take like half the day to move it back over here, which is cool. Alright. We got all the ship parts. Ecronoss reactor, the bowsprit, radiation canopy. It's all there. It's all there. Captain Almar's happy. He's thrilled. Ecstatic. And... oh, that's right. There's an ending cutscene to this game. Why wouldn't there be? I don't know why I would forget that, of all things. I thought we were just going to blast off, but you know what? Here we are. Oh, man. You nailed every detail in this. That's awesome. I like that yellow one on the far left who has to like look over to get his timing right. Yeah, Olimar's bittersweet goodbye. Don't worry, I'm sure Louis will take good care of him when it's his turn here coming up. Now, technically speaking, Louis' quest cannot canonically work though, right? Because Louis never seen Pikmin until Pikmin 2, so unless Louis' quest takes place after Pikmin 2, I guess that's technically possible. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah, they did a fantastic job at recreating this stuff. This zoom out is a little bit jank, though. I don't know about that. All in all, though, this has been really good. And do we have the onions? We have the onions, baby. We have all the different onion colors, which are technically canon now that Pikmin 4 exists. You know, there are purple and white onions. Although I still think that that should have been left out, you know. Canonically speaking, I think it made more sense for purple and whites to be underground only Pikmin. That's a different discussion, though. We're not here to talk about that, right? Oh, the SS Dolphin is such a good ship design as well. It's such a shame that they didn't, like, reuse it. I guess they reused it in Pikmin 4. Pikmin 3 had the second game ship. Does the second game ship have a name, by the way? I always just called it the ship. Technically, it's like a character, but I don't know as if it has a name. Alright, final stats, huh? Finally recovered all the ship parts. My ship and succeeded in escaping this strange world. To think all the times I almost gave up hope. On the now distant surface, the brave Pikmin that aided me in my perilous quest are running about as if I had never come. Will our paths ever cross again? Probably not. I can't imagine this game getting a sequel. At any rate, I can finally return to my home world. I feel relief, of course, but also a certain sadness. I can't exactly say. Perhaps I am just thinking of the long journey through space that still lies before me? This time I shall set my ship's navigation system so that I encounter no more meteors, and I shall enjoy a long, relaxing sleep. I shan't forget you, Pikmin. I don't think Almar would use the word shan't, personally. I don't think he's like Shakespeare or anything. He is very professional, though, in his vocabulary, so... let's see. Yeah, all 30 ship parts. Creatures logged all of them. Playtime, 2.5 hours. Not too shabby, I suppose. Game is very short. You can beat this version of the game way faster than Pikmin 1, which is interesting. 2.5 hours. That's wild. Surviving Pikmin 507. We did go out of our way to grow a lot of extras for seemingly no reason. We did lose 63. That's pretty crazy. Days spent 12. Realistically, I can do it in 9, but obviously we wanted to experience more of the game, so we took a few days there at the end to do more. Oh, we're doing like a Pikmin 2 thing. Cave cleared at the end, right? You're gonna do that? No, you didn't do that. No caved cleared. Unlucky. Oh well. Yeah, we have all the ship parts. That's pretty cool. And then I don't know if I really want to watch the credits. Can I skip them? Don't know as if I can. I mean, this is typically... Oh, we have, like, special Pikmin² credits. I see. Yeah, in that case, we'll sit through it. But just as a heads up, this is typically the point in the playthrough where I start giving my thoughts and opinions on the game. So far, there's not much for me to give opinions on because we haven't even experienced all of the game yet. I would imagine this is probably around half of what the game has to offer. Maybe a third, because there is a randomizer. Oh, these clips are different as well in the background, so that's pretty neat. Oh man, look at all the names that were involved as well. I recognize a lot of these from the Discord. Minty Mio and Mr. Broccoli are also pretty big names. I don't remember exactly what for each. I know one of them made, I think it was the randomizer. Pikmin 1 randomizer or Pikmin 2 randomizer, one of those. Captain Salty, of course. I'm following his projects as well. I'm ready for his next big project. New area layouts. Oh, that's right. There's new areas. We still haven't experienced. I just said this. We haven't talked about. You know, there's still other parts of the game. Very nice. I kind of wish that I mean, obviously these guys are way more qualified than me, but I would love to design a Pikmin game at some point in my life, whether it be like a ROM hack or something. But obviously, I'm not super familiar with 3D modeling. I'd have to get into that. But I would love to flex my level design capabilities on a Pikmin game. I think that would be so much fun. Thanks for playing. Thank you for making Pick Hacker and everybody involved. All those names on there. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. This is easily the best Pikmin 1 mod ever. Of course, it's a Pikmin 2 mod, but oh, new. This is a little different as well. He used original clips for this. But he did add in the sort of ending Piclopedia thing. Ooh, look at that frame. That's a funny frame, isn't it? I really do want to sit here and watch this, but at the same time, it's like, is this something that I should sit here and watch? I mean, this is very clearly staged clips. The original game made it very, they did a very good job at hiding the fact that they were staged. This does feel pretty staged, like Olimar's literally just standing there doing nothing. You know, I think he could have done a little bit better acting here, but that's beside the point. I think it's neat that you guys added this at all, to be honest. The honey wisps do look a little bit off, right? Like the texture of the nectar inside their little egg there. Obviously, they don't carry an egg in Pikmin 1, but you know what I'm saying. Oh my god, is the scuttlebug gonna freaking kill these Pikmin by running into the water? I call it a scuttlebug. It's an iridescent flint beetle, but the name's right there on the screen, and I couldn't even read it. I mean, just all these Pikmin idling for no reason. Wogpole. Yep, classic little guy. You know, I never actually fought any Wogpoles, now that I think about it. Were they not in the Piclopedia? The little creature log? Growing Snagrit, because my log was complete, but I don't think I ever really messed with the little guys. Armored Cannon Beetle, not the larva. And it's not horned either. That's, you know, it's very important to the lore. For whatever reason. Ah, yes. Fiery Blowhog. Spells combustible phosphor that ignites. Yep. And there's your standard Wollywog as Olimar just stands there. Again, menacingly. Knowing that he can outsmart the creature if he decides to, but has made the conscious decision not to. And again, we're just going to dismiss the whole squad on top of these guys. That'll go well. The Shearwigs. They're the bigwigs of the Sheargrub family. This is a canonical fact. They typically run the the House of Office for the Sheargrub family. Candy Pop Buds, of course. That's the Candy Pop Bud that I don't think I've ever seen a single person use. I know exactly where that Candy Pop Bud is, and not a single person ever uses it. It is the most unnecessary Candy Pop Bud in the game. Puffman, which we didn't really experiment with all too much. I kind of regret that. I think we should have, but okay, we're not really doing anything with the bread bug. We're just watching him walk there. Nothing too cool about him. He's just swagging along. Oh, yes, Beady in his big entrance. Love that. Beady Longlegs. The waxy secretions from the Screecher's distinctive armor shell. I don't know if that's a complete sentence. Oh, the bull bear and his red eyes. Obviously, very different creature in the sequel games, but I think the sequel games did a little better, to be honest. I think they differentiated the bull bear by making it a daytime creature. I think that's really cool, a patrolling creature. Alright, predictions on Louis' quest. It's going to have a Gatling Groink in it. 100% there's a Gatling Groink somewhere in that quest. Just 100%. I guarantee it does. Okay. The yellow Wollywog. Other predictions. Gonna have the purple and white Pikmin, guaranteed. Now, I don't know if they're gonna be in, used by flowers or if they'll have like an actual onion, but they will be in there somewhere. Water Dumple. Love the Water Dumple. I love the name of the Water Dumple. Used to call them water dumplings because they kind of look like dumplings. Obviously, I don't know. Maybe that's where the name Water Dumple comes from. Maybe it's just a further separated form. Oh, there he is, the proggy boy. He's so smoky, dude. Thought to be a malformed larval Mamuta. So there you go. There's the confirmation. Oh, look at that one guy on the right. He did not quite make it into the mouth. Early Clamp. Very cool enemy as well. I'm glad they brought that back for Pikmin 4. Pearly Clamp was awesome. There's the Mamuta itself. Only for decorative purposes. Oh, yeah. And there's the Gulix. And yeah, so that does use the Pikmin 2 drowning on land effect. I'm glad that they showed it off because I didn't even check. Oh, look how far back he flings them. That's awesome. And then they just get back in line. That's cool. Emperor Bullblacks. Buries itself when hunting. Oh, the end. And we put the happy in there as well. Nice. Yeah, so that was Pikmin². Well, the main quest anyways. I mean, we still have things to check out. Like, I'm curious to know if challenge mode is, Pikmin 1 or, stuff like that. I know that you got Louis' quest. There's a randomizer. I think we're going to be playing this for quite a bit longer. You can now play as Louis. Oh, you can do cool or cool. I didn't notice that until I clicked it. Alright, well. Oh man, yeah, look at this. Okay, so we have more things. Challenge mode is here. I'm not gonna do challenge mode. Yeah, okay, so this is identical. Yeah, okay. Oh, what the heck? Oh, interesting. The Louis' quest levels also have challenge mode variants. Well, in that case, I think it would be a shame not to do them when I unlock them. So we might do a whole run of the entire challenge mode in that case. I was thinking about skipping challenge mode because, again, this is my least favorite challenge mode in the franchise. So a remake of it doesn't really sound all that interesting to me, but I don't know. Now I'm curious. We have high scores as well. I guess we'll click on that real quick. Yeah. Again, I might play this more in my off time, to be quite honest, because I do like the concept here. I like everything going on, so let's check out these options because I know that this... Oh, in both story modes. Okay. So if I click start, how does this work? How does this work exactly? How do I play as Louis? Hmm. Oh, what the heck? It doesn't put this in here? But I beat him. Well, what the heck is the purpose? If I can't ever read the log. Somebody tell me about that. Am I allowed to read the log or what? Yeah, I'll have to figure that out because obviously in the next episode we're gonna be starting Louis' quest. I'll see you all later. Oh my god! He didn't shake him off! He just... Okay, that behavior is a little bit different. He didn't shake the Pikmin off, he just did a grand slam. A big grand slam of Jamma. That's fine.